Welcome to the Marmina Cast. Sometimes we talk about fitness, but usually we just talk smack. I'm your host, Mr. Marmina, and let's get on with the show.
What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Marmina Cast. Today we're here with Jack again. We're going to talk about Justice League primarily, but then we're going to talk about a year in comic book movies. And we're really just going to talk about Justice League to start with because
it was such a tip-top film.
All right, well, you start. Go. I want to hear what... Yeah, cool. We'll start with Justice League, and then we'll work our way to the good stuff. Because when stuff's good, I can't talk about it because it's actually good. So I can't really heckle the shit out of it.
True. Well, really, where do you start in Justice League? You know, do you start at the two fucking director styles that clash? They didn't work together at all. They really did.
Did you notice, Bart? Because
Of course you can notice.
Do you reckon? I reckon there was... I'll tell you
Look
what.
at the early trailers that were released, and it was all...
Then they were dark
and they were really dark and brooding, and they had that BVS vibe to them.
Yeah.
And then you go, the new trailers has got bits of both, and it's just chopped and changed. And
You're right.
I think people don't realise that shit, but...
I don't reckon... But you wouldn't if you're not into movies.
No, if you're not into it, you don't look at... Like, you don't know that kind of stuff. You don't really look at it.
Yeah.
You know, oh, that's a big difference.
You noticed?
I noticed.
Where?
Well, there's heaps of scenes, especially the Aquaman. When you first meet Aquaman, that's the ideal scene. Because
it is dark, isn't it?
it's really dark inside and all that, but once he goes outside, it should still be kind of dark, and because that was Snyder's bit.
Yeah.
But that was part of the reshoots.
Oh,
So when
yeah.
he's outside, he's actually, if you look at Batfleck too, he's actually a lot thinner when he's inside. Then he goes outside, he actually looks like a bit chunky.
Yes.
Because it's like, that's the reshoots, because he's already put on more weight for other films.
That's a shame. Well, I didn't think it was not as horrible as I think everybody made out.
No,
it was.
It wasn't.
It was very rushed, and there was
a lot of hype.
Yeah, like I was having panic attacks. I didn't think it, like there was a lot of hype behind it, maybe too much. This is like the whole Suicide Squad ordeal.
Yeah.
I think they knew that it sucked, right? And I reckon they were like, crap, like we stuffed up here, and now we got to get the hype train going and hope for the best.
Yeah, well, that's why they didn't. Well, they didn't release the reviews until a couple of days beforehand.
It was 30 hours before I think the US release. So that means that we would have had the movie before the reviews come out. I think we did because I kept checking to see the reviews, and then I couldn't see them.
I mean, like things like that. It's never promising because obviously they knew it wasn't the best, but they still wanted to cash in on it. You know, their biggest cash in was from China.
Yeah, of course. They love that shit.
Like
they love Transformers and shit.
They got the highest cash in out of, like, I think we only just pulled in just 94 million in the domestic. They only pulled in 94 million. And then in China, they brought in, I think, just a bit over 150.
Do you know to break even? Not to break. I think to break even, the movie's going to make $500 million or something like that. It's some crazy ass number. Because the budget for the movie is $300 million, right? So advertising's $200 million maybe. Jesus, you know?
Yeah, well, at least. I mean, all those posters that got personalised for each town, each major city, just in Australia. Like,
what do you mean?
Everyone got those every city got the personalised one. It's like Melbourne is all in.
Every city?
Every major city got one.
Bullshit.
Yeah. So like,
then why did Perth get one? You said every major city.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, Melbourne. No, I'm joking.
Just Melbourne.
Just Melbourne. That's it.
No, like that's just in Australia. So imagine how much they would cost because they would be all over each city. They wouldn't just be in one spot in each city.
Ooh.
And they're big posters. Like they cover all bridges.
What about the ones in like Times Square?
Yeah, and like the big billboards and shit like that, they cost heaps.
Buses.
I
didn't think, you know what, every time I open my phone, or every time I go on, even Snapchat, there'd be a Justice League something or other.
Yeah.
You know, it was incredible how much Justice League was out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was shocked.
I reckon they'll make more money from the porn parody.
But what?
I reckon they'll make more money from a porn parody of Justice League.
No. Do they get money for that, though? Because it's a parody.
No, they have to pay for the rights, I bet.
No, because it's... Do they? I don't know how it works. But apparently, like, if it's a certain percentage different, then you don't have to pay for shit.
I still reckon... Well, even people who make the porn parody will get more money than what the bloody...
Well, if it's made 96 million in opening weekend, it's always projected to decline. Like, it's never going to make more.
No, that's... The opening weekends...
That's it. That's the biggest one. It's never... Like, I don't know if it's the case or not, but how are they going to make 750 million or whatever they need to make money?
Yeah, it's not going to happen in a hurry. So. I don't know.
That's that. We should actually talk about, like, what you didn't like was it was the directing styles didn't go together very well.
No, they didn't try and blend them well.
But
There was no blending.
Yeah, how can you blend them?
Find a mutual tone
Like
for
keep
both of them.
the color schemes similar.
Similar, yeah. Keep it all similar.
But I think they were that much into post production that it was already all cut.
Yeah.
They would never
probably.
have made it to November.
Yeah, it would have had to been delayed.
And
would have had to
that
delay
would have
it.
been even worse. Like that would have been even more of a debacle. Debacle. I don't know what I'm saying. But it would have been even like, oh, what a mess.
Yeah, no, it would have been awful. Just
Like-
you just couldn't take it seriously.
What do you mean? Was it the mustache?
I think it was 100% the mustache.
There was some scenes. That
Oh,
opening scene with the
oh,
camera,
so
with the
that
art was
so
terrible,
obvious.
and
That
he's
was so
talking like
obvious.
this. It's all about hope, and his mouth doesn't move properly. It's like a stream. I was like, this is fucked. And when he said stream, it was like stream. I was like, dear Lord Almighty, like, come on. And you know what though? I reckon they should have. You know what they should have done? When he comes back, I don't know, but he's had facial hair a couple times. Why did they not just let him grow out facial hair
Yeah.
or animate a fucking beard, right? Instead of animate, because he could have. That'd have been badass. Give him a black suit and a beard. Oh.
And the mullet. Can't forget the mullet. The classic mullet. That would have made more sense, and that would have cost them heaps.
It would have
less.
cost. I don't know how much it would have cost.
Oh, it costs heaps, especially something that's continuously moving and changing.
Well, like they animate
They
the
got-
goddamn beards.
Yeah,
I mean, not the beards, the stupid capes.
They wouldn't. Yeah, exactly.
That does my head in.
That's so annoying.
Ah,
but
it's-
they can't get it to flow right if they
Yeah,
don't.
look, yeah, but I don't care. It's,
like-
so dumb. Why would you have a
It's like
CGI
I
cape?
look like a dickhead just running with a cape that's like got no wind. It just
There's
doesn't
so
have the,
much.
doesn't have the drama.
That
in
they
it.
overdid CGI so much in that.
They did. They had a lot.
Like
of
that
CGI.
CGI
I
was
think the majority of their budget would be CGI. Fuck. I mean, Cyborg. Look at Cyborg. He
That
was
was
all
shit.
CGI. 100%.
Was it shit? I don't know. I don't want to say shit.
What, Cyborg or the movie?
The movie. Before we continue, I didn't think it was bad. I just accept that there were so many problems with it.
I guess it's a solid 5.5.
All it needed
Five
was
and a half
oh
out of 10.
Jesus! I was gonna give it like 6.5.
Yeah, nah, five.
Six,
five and a
six.
half.
Jeez, that's disappointing. Like you would have been disappointed.
I wasn't impressed. I didn't hate. The
But
soundtrack.
5.5, you know, 5.5. People think like, oh my God, 5.5. You must have hated it. Nah, it was good.
If you get
whatever.
three out of 10.
3 out of
that's
10.
shit.
That's Batman vs Superman theatrical cut.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's awful.
But yeah, you're right with that. They should have just let him grow out the beard.
Grow out the beard.
Because then he can still shave the beard and keep the mustache for
Yeah.
Mission Impossible 6. That wouldn't have been.
Oh,
an
maybe he
issue.
wasn't allowed.
But I don't see why it'd be an issue.
I don't know.
Because the mustache doesn't get touched. It just grows out a bit of a beard. Shave it after the reshoots, and then. But maybe you couldn't grow the beard in the time too. There's a lot of time.
Man up,
Yeah, true.
biatch. Take some
Just
testosterone.
Just get fake hair, just like fake beard.
Why do they get a fake beard?
Oh, they do. They
Ben
get-
Affleck grew a bloody beard.
Yeah, Ben Affleck grows beards quick. He's got 5 o'clock shadow, 2 minutes after shaving. He's got 5 o'clock shadow.
Look at
12
The Simpsons.
in the afternoon.
Look at The Simpsons. He's done it.
Exactly. He just shaved
Oh
and still
man.
there. Done.
What were some of your favourite bits?
Favourite bits.
The end, like after the credits.
I found the end credit scenes.
No, I meant after that too, when you walk the hell out of the cinema. No, I'm joking.
Is this spoilers? Obviously spoilers.
Yeah,
right?
man, it comes out in Christmas. You haven't seen
So,
Justice
yeah,
League by then.
True.
I don't
true.
care.
Well, obviously the post-credit scene with Deathstroke.
That was
just-
tip top.
That was awesome.
I
That was
actually,
that
the
was
cinema was
so
actually
good.
like, oh wow.
Like everyone had left already. See, people that leave don't know. See,
Dumb.
That's how you know who's a comic book fan, who's not, because then they leave too early.
Or maybe they just left because they thought, what a load of
This is
shit.
shit. The post-credits will be shit. I don't want to see anything else with this shit.
Oh,
No, the
Jesus.
Deathstroke was that was legit.
Wasn't
Flash
Deathstroke.
Thompson was awesome.
Flash Thompson, because his father will fire
Fire
your
your
father.
father.
Yeah, that's so good. Flash
true.
Thompson versus the Flash. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be a quick race.
Huh?
That'll be a quick race.
Do you reckon his father fight his father?
Oh, of course.
Oh, his father's in prison.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well.
That's fucked.
Oh my God. You know what? I dare say, I enjoyed seeing bloody Lex Luthor in that at the end.
Yes.
Even though I am
Even though it's the Riddler.
even though I hate Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor with a passion. With a fiery fucking passion. I can't stand that Lex. It is awful.
young.
You know what I want to see? You know what I want to see? Even that too.
Bryan
In
Cranston.
Flashpoint, Barry can... Like, do you know how the timeline gets messed up?
Yeah.
They can just bring in Bryan Cranston. Instead of this...
I would love to see Bryan
Instead of
Cranston
this
in that mech
Zack...
suit.
Me too.
That'd be-
Beating the
that would be
hell out
fucking
of Superman like we said last time.
That'd be so
Oh,
good.
yes. But...
I don't even know where to
I
start.
would rather see... So let's say Barry runs and stuffs the timeline up. Make it so that Lex is born earlier.
Yeah, so
And then he's... It's just the way it is, you know? Something happened, and all of a sudden, for some reason, Lex is born earlier. It's not Jesse Eisenberg
Yeah,
anymore.
it's Bryan Cranston.
It's Bryan Cranston. Who cares?
or someone
Who-
other than Jesse Eisenberg.
Get him out. Unless he redeems himself in the Injustice League or Legion of
But I
Doom or
don't
whatever they're
think
going to
he
call
can
it.
because he's too young.
Doing his quips. What is
Yeah.
that? Buzz, buzz, buzz. It's like the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my
that's what I mean.
life.
It's like he's trying to be another character.
What is that? I understand that it's an
think it's
adaptation of the comic books.
Yeah, but it's
I
just,
get it. But,
people don't want to see adaptations these days.
no, I want to see it. Oh, no.
I do, but like younger people and shit, they just want to. It's just a movie to them. It's not. They don't think about characters.
No, but
from the comics.
I think they can change the character a little bit.
Yeah, they change it,
But
but
don't make what's meant to be like one of the smartest men in the world a bumbling buffoon.
Correct.
Like he's actually like mother. It's just
Yeah,
whack.
mother.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, he's just too young for the role, especially around this league, the Injustice League or Legion of Doom, whichever one they choose to go with. Everyone else is going to be fucking twice his age.
Yeah, why
Everyone
is
else.
Batman? Because Batman's old. He's been doing Gotham for 20 years.
And then look at Deathstroke. He's not in his
Joe Manganiello. I want to see him strip like Magic Mike. That's how he's gonna
Tear away suit.
seduce Wonder Woman. Yeah.
And then stab her dead.
Wow, holy shit,
Yeah,
that got
that's
dark.
The new Wonder Woman. They get a new one.
You know who I love though as Deathstroke? What's his name? The Arrow version of Deathstroke is good as.
Yeah, Manu someone.
Oh man, and you know why? Because he's Australian and he doesn't give a shit. It's the most accurate. Like Deathstroke's not even Australian in the comics. They made him Australian.
Just
and then,
for the show.
And Captain Boomerang wasn't even Australian in that, but they made Deathstroke Australian.
Yeah, no, Captain Boomerang's got to be Australian.
But he's not. You know what? Suicide
At
Squad
least they chose
sucks.
Australian for Suicide Squad in Captain Boomerang.
Yeah, thank God, Jai Courtney.
Australian.
But Suicide Squad is a terrible movie.
Suicide Squad's an awful.
But
film.
like probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I'll put it up there with like top 20.
I give that I put below 5 out of 10.
I'll put that at about 2 out of 10.
Yeah, that was
Mostly for
There's-
Jared Leto's
again-
abysmal performance.
that was
They got the
fucking
arguably the two best villains in the DC universe,
fucked them
and
up.
they fucked them up.
Fucked up, buddy.
They fucked them up. All they need to do now is cast Will Ferrell as the Reverse Flash,
Oh, no,
and
I
I'll
read that.
hate. Just
God, I
oh.
read that. But see, like, it goes to show, like, Joe Manganiello, he has 2 seconds on screen, and
everyone's
fucking
just as good
hyped
as.
good as fuck. But
Yeah.
then, you know, like, Joker gets a full movie, Lex gets a full
But-
movie, and everyone's like, nah.
Nah,
they're
Joker
shit.
only had like what, 10 minutes of screen time?
Yeah, but he was in a whole movie. Like, he was in the movie more than.
Like I
Deathstroke
think that if I saw 10 minutes of Joe Manganiello as Deathstroke, I'd be pretty sold.
Yeah,
I'm sold after like 2 minutes.
2 seconds.
That-
Takes the mask off, and you're like, that's fucking legit.
but
Like, that's comic accurate. That's good as fuck.
what I was saying though, it doesn't have to be an adaptation. Oh, sorry, it can be an adaptation. Like I get it in Man of Steel, which I don't really like either.
No, I wasn't a fan of Man of Steel.
You know what? Maybe I just don't like Zack Snyder's movies.
Maybe that's the case.
I like
Probably-
300 for what it is.
You see, 300 is definitely that's got Snyder vision happening. 'Cause that's all
Bloody
dark and
oath.
brooding and
Dark and
lots of
shit.
shadows.
Abs everywhere.
Plenty of abs. That's what
Plenty
Snyder's
of
all about.
masculine men dying in battle. You know, apparently, I think he likes it because it's like empowering and physical.
that's it.
Like with Batman,
Strength.
yeah, power, strength. I think apparently that's what I was gonna say. In in the Zack Snyder's Justice League, apparently Batman is very like upset about what happened with Superman. Blames himself, as he should.
Yeah,
He
they
beat
do-
the
they-
shit out of him.
They have a little bit of that in.
Yeah, not much, but apparently it is made very apparently,
Apparently it's made
Jesus
very
Christ, that's terrible, that the Batman in Zack Snyder's Justice League wants to die in battle for Superman. Do you know how much I hate that?
That'd be annoying.
I hate that.
But that's a way to go out. Like that's the best way to go.
No, but
Otherwise, he ends
To
up just drinking
die?
himself to death.
What's up?
Otherwise, he'll end up just drinking himself to death.
Why does Batman drink in that?
How else do you deal with your problems?
But he
like,
doesn't
it's like-
know.
Like, it's either that or meth. There's no in between.
Meth man.
Yeah, may as well. Just thought, let's go in the invisible jet. He's just sitting in there.
He's just wigging out. And everyone's like, Diana's like, Bruce, come on, stop. Stop,
like,
Bruce.
"No, let's go,
We
let's
need
go."
to get your help. And then Dr. J, Joker, comes in like, we need to help him. But it's not Jared Leto, it's like Mark Hamill.
Yeah, true. He plays like that. See, small things like that people appreciate too, like little cameos of.
But how are you
Other
going to get
characters
Mark
are-
Hamill to play the Joker?
Well, you don't have to get in and play the Joker, but just a cameo of a character doing something. I don't know.
I reckon you could do it. He plays the trickster.
Yeah, he plays in the.
And he does that
CW.
so good.
But I like how he plays the trickster in the original series. In the original Flash.
Oh, yeah,
series,
sorry, yeah. I was
he
like,
plays
what?
the trickster in that as well.
Yeah,
so
he does. And then
He continues it on.
I'm very excited for Flashpoint, though. I think that's going to be all right.
Well,
Nah,
there
it's
is. It's only rumor stage, but Jeffrey Dean Morgan
Is gonna be
is
Batman.
the only one they're looking at for Batman. But you can't not have him as
not.
Batman.
No, because I want to see that bloody scene where he gives him the note
Oh,
from,
yeah.
from Tom.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
And I want to see that.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be great because
He sort of looks like Affleck. Like, you could, it could be
they're
son,
similar.
whatever.
They're easily similar, but he played Thomas in BVS.
Yeah, you got to do that.
So
you
have
can't.
to
I'll do my head
continue
in.
it on.
Who else are
That'll
going to
annoy
do?
the fuck out of me. You don't
Bloody-
see him in there for long, but he's there, and you know it's him.
Yeah,
like, you can't-
I know it. Of course, dude. He's That's what Henry Cavill was going for. The
Well, the
mustache.
mustache.
The Jeffrey Dean Morgan, Thomas
The
Wayne
Jeffrey
mustache.
stash.
That's what I'm going for.
The Jeffrey Dean mustache.
The Jeffrey Dean mustache.
That's why they call him JDM. Jeffrey Dean mustache.
Oh yeah, JDM. Yep, I get. I
So
can-
I'm really excited to do that, but I'm interested to see on how they do that movie. Flashpoint.
You know how they're going to do that movie?
Poorly.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Unless Snyder's attached to it. Hopefully.
No, get him out, man.
No, see, I reckon Snyder's the only one that's got a real good grip on it so far.
What the?
He's only got the only one with a decent grip on what he wants. Like, it doesn't come out great, but he knows what he wants. But Joss Whedon's like, I'll
And it's
do
shit.
these reshoots. He's like, may as well.
Apparently,
My movie's already
you
done.
You want to hear something? You know what? Apparently, he only did Justice League. I don't know if this is true because he wanted Batgirl so bad. Like, no, because they
he
gave
really
him Batgirl, and I don't know how it all works. I'm not in Hollywood, but like, this is like a fitness show. What are we talking about? It's not really anymore. It's just everything. But so apparently, you know, a bum at the start. You know, the bum at the start. It was like a homeless man. I shouldn't say a bum. Oh my god.
At the start of Justice League.
Yeah, and he's got I tried.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Joss Whedon put that in there as a way to say I tried to fix Zack Snyder's debacle of a movie.
And he made it worse.
Did he though?
Well, ultimately, it's just the two styles.
I enjoyed the Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah, it was
I knew when
good.
it was Zack Snyder's dark and brooding garbage.
Zack
I'm not a
Snyder
big
just puts
fan.
Too much shadow.
Too much shadows and darkness and all that stuff.
When he does way too many, like an inside scene, especially at night,
Yeah.
it actually there's too much shadow, and you lose images. You lose everything that's happening.
Yeah.
It's like when Steppenwolf-
BVS. What's up?
when they have that first encounter with Steppenwolf in that
He was shit.
warehouse.
I want to
There
just
was
put
the
that
CGI
out.
on that.
That was terrible. Looked like a bloody
And
goat.
that's like Liam Neeson with a kicked in. That's honestly, it looked like a burnt Liam Neeson.
What is with the CGI shit? Just, I actually get so upset. Like, I get just as upset about this that I do like piss poor information in fitness. Like, I can't stand it. One of the best things about Star Wars Episode 7 was the practical effects. There was one shitty CGI character, and I enjoy that character, so I'll just leave it alone. But it still looks like a deflated, wrinkly orange with glasses. So just get it out. But now we're stuck with this fucking orange, right, for like 2 more movies. I like the character, don't get me wrong, but Jesus.
bloody hell.
But why wouldn't they just do Cyborg? Why did they CGI Cyborg? With the
I don't know why they
technology,
couldn't build a suit.
why wouldn't they build the Cyborg suit? How hard could it
They did
be?
the same thing with Iron Man. Iron Man CGI. His whole suit, except the helmet, is CGI.
Yeah, but maybe...
And same with Spider-Man as well.
Yeah, that's retarded.
His whole suit was
I
bloody
cannot
CGI.
stand... You know what? I like Homecoming. but I reckon a little bit less CGI
Oh yeah.
would have been good as.
All they would have had the CGI was the eyes on the mask. That's
Why?
all you would have to CGI.
Like Deadpool is perfect.
Deadpool is.
They got the CGI right on his
practical
eyes.
suit.
You can't tell.
No.
Well, I mean, you
Unless
can.
it's the close-up scenes, you can really tell.
But even when you can tell, like, it's not terrible. Like Cyborg literally walks into a scene, looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah, 100%.
And then, like, when they're fighting Steppenwolf, I'm like, this looks like shit. And then you got Henry Cavill's CGI mustache hanging around, doing all sorts of shit. I can't stand it, man. It is.
Imagine, like, if there was a scene with, like, Superman and, like, Wonder Woman or something, and then, like, Superman walks off, and as he turns around, the mustache stays there, and then it, like, ends up on Wonder Woman.
No, but I don't think that's how they did it. I think
Like,
they, like,
how would
faded
that
the
have been?
mustache away and, like, individually changed every little hair
It was
or
like
something
little
like that.
dots. Apparently, he had, like, dots all over his face. And that's, like, they have to render his face from BVS and put it on that. That's how they have to do it.
That sounds like a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because then you got to get it in every shot. You got to get it lined up.
Oh, every friggin'
what they-
frame.
yeah, tracking
They would literally click forward on the keyboard if it's like, let's say, Sony Vegas or something like that, and it would change, and they'd have to fix it.
Fix it up.
That would be
Every
disgusting.
That's probably why they didn't put him in a lot of it, because it's just... that would've been
Once
a lot
again,
of
you know
work.
what? One of the things I really liked about Justice League, that's the best Superman I've seen in ages.
That was a good Superman.
That was awesome. He was a Boy Scout, happy as Larry to be the
Very
strongest.
Very
He was like, he was like almost like a not a toddler, but like a teenager with all these powers. You know, like that's how Superman is to me. He's full of hope and joy, and it actually gets me excited thinking about that. Hopefully, Man of Steel 2 is not Man of Brood, because I couldn't stand that man.
Well, see, that's why they with these universes, they have to be careful, because...
You can
now
only change it
that's-
so much.
Yeah, like, that's how he is now. He was dark and brooding. He died, missed everything. Then
Yeah.
he comes back and is like, oh, I was being a bit fucking brooding. I'm happy
imagine-
now. And the Man of
imagine-
Steel should continue on with how he was living after Justice League.
Imagine if Batman was happy-go-lucky Captain America style.
That'd be shit.
I would lose my mind. I would actually crack it.
That'd be annoying as fuck.
You know,
And he goes, why would you, when you waited so long for something so disappointing?
that's the best post-credit scene.
That was so good.
You know what?
That
Of
was
this
classic.
year, of all these movies that have come out, we've had a rich year in comic book movies. What? Six. We had 6 comic book movies. Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah.
Right. Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Justice League. Homecoming. And there was one more.
Thor.
Thor. Oh,
You can't forget Thor.
that was the best. Oh no! Now I don't know which one's my favorite. It's either Logan or Ragnarok.
Fool.
They're two different.
Yeah, they're
I'll give them equal first, because with Ragnarok was I did not see that coming.
No.
You know what I really
not
like
at
about
all.
that? The Australian New Zealand humour. Perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
beautiful. You know, they pushed the banjos a little bit.
It was really good.
That was just excellent.
But see, they did that right in terms of marketing as well, because that was certified fresh before anyone else.
I
had
didn't
seen
even
Top
see it
Gun.
marketed that much, to be honest.
No, but like there wasn't much
You
of
know?
it. There was a couple billboards, but like that's what I mean. Justice League was really, really hyped. There was lots of advertising.
Yeah, but of course it
and
was. Like, that's like
promotion.
their Avengers. You know, I don't remember the Avengers being that. Like, I was
The
like,
Avengers wasn't promoted.
not
as much
like
as Justice
that.
League.
Like, I think because they knew that they stuffed up. And
Like I
then-
saw a couple of billboards in Melbourne when the Justice League was first coming out, and that was about it. Not Justice League, Avengers first
Yeah,
coming out.
I do remember
So-
that. And then Age of Ultron, pretty
Yeah.
similar. You know,
Maybe Marvel's just low key because
I think Marvel knows that they've got it in the bag. Apparently, Marvel spends a lot less than a lot of other studios.
Well, in terms of budget,
Yeah,
really?
that's what I've heard.
Fuck, I reckon I thought they would have spent a lot more with a lot more characters and CGI and shit they got to do. Like
I don't
Infinity
know.
War, I reckon Infinity
No.
War. budget's gonna
Apparently,
be
that's hectic.
huge.
Apparently, it's $1 billion budget.
Yeah, that's what
I
I mean.
don't
The
know if
budget was
that's
gonna be-
true.
it would be fucking
And
close.
I tell you what, 65% of that budget is Robert
Thanos.
Downey Jr.'s money. Is his salary.
It's just like, well, look, you got to go. You time to cash in the suit. You're dead. Here's
No, I mean that's what they're going to
cut out.
pay him just to be in it.
Yeah, because then otherwise, then he's gone.
He's not doing it again.
He won't. I don't reckon. I reckon he's starting to feel it. He's starting to see the age on him.
That's good though.
Like that's good. Yeah,
But,
but like,
but what are they going to? You know what I'm hoping for in Phase 4?
It's a really. I wonder if they'll do like a Logan death for Iron Man. Like how it's like the whole movie,
Cowboy movie type thing.
Yeah, well, no, but like how he's in it the whole film, and you know the end is coming, but you're not emotionally ready for it until the end.
You
and then it
can't
happens.
kill off. You can't. You just can't.
Well,
They're going to
don't-
kill him. You know what I want to see? If
He's
he's
only
going
a man in a fucking suit.
to die, I want Thanos to
Squish his head.
beat him to death.
Just hold him up on the head.
like
and show
in
him
front of
everything.
all of them, in front of all of them, because he's like the man. He started it all to show them that you are all worthless, and he just goes,
And then rips him in half.
"Nah, that's real messed up." Jesus Christ.
That'd be
Nah, that's
fucking
lost.
intense.
I'll take it back. That's messed up. People are gonna think I'm a masochist.
That would actually be like really. That's gonna be an emotional movie.
I'm gonna cry. I'm
think a
bringing.
lot of people
I'll
will
cry. I don't care. I'm a pussy.
I reckon
I'll
a
cry.
lot of
I
people
cried a
will.
bit at the end of Logan. You know, I was tearing
Yeah,
up.
that was upsetting.
That was real fucked up.
Did you
know?
say how they've connected that in the Wolverine, that one from where he's in Japan? They connected Logan and
Uh,
Wolverine in the ending.
What?
Because it's like, oh, you know, you remember in like Wolverine, she's like, I saw
She
you die.
said she's gonna.
She's like, I saw you die. You know, you're lying on your back and you got your heart in your hand. And,
And it's
bleeding.
her.
And
I'm gonna
his
fuck
daughter.
tear
So
up.
everyone's like, it's just a metaphor for his daughter.
Oh my god, I'm actually tearing up.
Like,
I fucking
like
love that movie.
that's fucking intense.
That movie's like
Marvel
it's-
knows how to pull your heartstrings.
Yeah, but that's not Marvel. That's Fox.
Yeah, but like just like the way, like the comics of them, they know what to do.
But that didn't happen. In
But
the comics.
DC's just
Did
like,
it? No.
nah, have a good soundtrack. That's all it needs.
DC, the problem is there's no substance. It's all visuals. Because I'd make the case that Justice League was a really good-looking movie,
It was.
except for the terrible CGI and the mustache.
Yeah, the mustache was. An
But
issue.
like Flash looked awesome. Batman
Flash's
suit's
suit was good.
fantastic.
I
You know?
didn't like the.
Nah.
I wasn't a fan of the cow.
What's wrong with it?
I didn't like it. I made him look too old and like more of a bird.
Oh.
Have you looked at the posters of it, the Justice League posters, and how they've all like in that.
Yeah, they're really Alex Ross. They're
Yeah.
really, yeah, it looks good.
But if you look at Batman, the way that the cow's shaped around his eyes and the way that they've done the nose, it's very bird-like.
No.
And the neck's all. I don't.
See, I like
prefer
it.
I prefer the Dawn of Justice cow. Dawn of Justice cow's way better.
It looks the same to me.
They're
I
way
actually
different.
liked that, huh?
They're way different.
Whatever. I actually liked that he was a little bit more like blue. He had a bit of a blue tinge.
Yeah,
That was
kinda.
good as. I love that shit.
You
'Cause it
know,
just-
you reckon that was a throwback to the comics?
yeah, it was like the animated the Batman animated series throwback. 100%. That was cool
That was good.
as shit. Do you know what I do want to see? I want to see him with the Rebirth logo at one point. I want to see the yellow outline of the bat.
You reckon they'll keep the same bat though?
Yeah,
Like the
that
one
bat's
he's got
mad.
now?
I'm all about the fat bat.
Yeah, well, it's a good look.
The fat bat is the best bat.
They'll
It
change
just
it
looks
to the yellow.
so good.
I wonder if that's what they'll do with Flashpoint. If they'll keep the logo same. but
Nah, I
with
reckon
the
they'll do it. I reckon they'll do the Flashpoint like real
with the
pointy.
red, with the red outline. Oh, yeah, I wonder if they'll do the shoulders. I don't know if they'll.
The
do
shoulders
that.
whack. I don't want to see that shit in the movie.
I reckon they'll have to.
Why
I
does
don't
he have
know.
shoulders like that? I get it for a comic, but in a movie, that if it's a Zack Snyder thing, right? If
The
Zack
shadows will cover them.
the shadows,
see.
the darkness is Zack's ally. No, but if it's a Zack Snyder-esque movie, they won't. I don't think he'll do that. I just feel like he's a bit more grounded.
Yeah.
But if it's Whedon and all that who's going to do it, Jeff Johns,
No, I don't
feel-
reckon Whedon will do it.
what, like pointy stuff?
Oh no, he might, but I don't reckon he'll do another film like that. Like in terms of Justice League, DC stuff. He should just stick with Marvel.
No, I reckon No, Jeff Johns is very into the comic book accuracy. Like, he really... I like that.
Yeah,
Like,
so he would do the pointy shoulders.
yeah. Like, I guess if he's like the Kevin Feige now of that universe, which I actually am happy with. Warner Brothers is at fault here with that movie.
Oh, yeah.
An hour and 50 minutes, that movie is, with 9 minutes of credits.
Really?
And you know what? For what the studio made them do, studios just got to piss off.
Yeah, she doesn't need to stay out of it.
Studios, like, if that was not for Sony, Spider-Man 3 would have been a kick-ass movie. Sam Raimi is a fantastic director.
He is.
One of the best directors. Like, I love Sam Raimi's movies. I love
Raimi
Evil
does
Dead, the TV series. I like Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time.
So that's a practical suit.
That's
That's
all
Spider-Man,
prac.
practical.
Doc Ock's arms were puppets,
Yeah.
like the majority of the time.
It's
Like, just pull
why
your
can't
heads out.
people do that now?
Do it. You got more tech. Stop relying on the CGI shit. You know what this is like? I'm going to weave some fitness shit in here. We're getting that cable thing. Like
Yeah.
it's like the cable matrix. You know what I mean? Like by the time this goes up, we'll have it, right? That is literally like me relying on that thing for every exercise.
Yeah.
Because that is a new piece of technology that can make exercising a lot easier. So, like, instead of doing chin-ups for our vertical pull, I'm just go, oh, fuck it. You know, everyone can do
cables.
everyone can do the cable lat pull down.
Yeah, nah. See, that's exactly right.
You know what I mean? What? We already have like we have a multitude of tools at our disposal to facilitate progress in another way that already works. Why in the blue hell would I just get everyone doing the exact same thing? And that's not to say that people won't do that. That's not to say that people can't use CGI. It's just to say that, like, I would rather do practical effects.
Yeah, practical effects just work better in a scene most of the time because it's really happening.
You know what I like about practical effects? I don't feel like I'm like out of the movie. Every time Henry Cavill opened his mouth in the reshoots, I lost it. I was out. I was gone. You know, that, you know what's bad? And I don't know why they re-highlighted that piss poor line of "Tell me, do you bleed?" Because that line's shit. Batman would never say that shit.
But of course he fucking bleeds. He's only human. You're about to crush his jaw, and he's about to just fucking.
And you know what? And the worst part about that, right, was that like his mustache was very prominent. It's close up of his face.
You can really see, like, and you can tell because like the lines there are very dominant. They're like almost sticking out.
Yeah,
look
at a puffy upper lip.
Like it's like they've just stuck it over it. They haven't tried to fade the mustache out and put just skin, but they've just like stuck skin over the top of the mustache. But what annoyed me too is like when he throws Batman into that car, which would obviously Batman's fucked.
Nah, mate.
His spine's all
not
fucked.
The
His
Batman.
Prolapse disc is fucked. A week off at least. A week at least. But no, he's when he picks him up and shit, he's like, Alfred, we need the big guns. She rocks up in like 2 minutes.
You know what?
Where's she coming from?
The Batman. She was probably
mate,
contingency plan.
Yeah.
He even says it in the movie.
Plan. He had a great
contingency
that. Plan.
I love how self-aware he turns around and goes, I have a contingency plan.
Correct. But like she rocked up so soon.
He's Batman.
Yeah, all good, all well and good, but he wasn't driving the fucking car.
Alfred is a fantastic driver.
Was Alfred driving that?
I just had a thing, right?
I reckon Alfred was at home.
Do you know who was driving?
Making dinner.
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan.
Got sacked from the airline joint. Never to become Green Lantern.
Ryan Reynolds is driver. Ryan Reynolds is obviously Green Lantern. There's no other Green Lantern.
Get that out. That's not his fault though. Again, that's studio stuffing around.
But even he pokes fun at that in Deadpool.
You know what? Apparently, Joss Whedon's poking fun at Justice League, doing his like and statuses about how shit Steppenwolf was. Yeah. Which Steppenwolf shit.
Steppenwolf, I was not a fan of.
Like Steppenwolf sucks.
It really, honestly, looked like a fucking video game character.
It looked
like
crap.
boss.
Like legit. What was that? Was even finished?
I feel like something you would have seen in God of War or something like that.
I was about to say it looked just as good as that new God of War game. Like the trailers. The new God of War. Have you seen those trailers? Where he's got like a beard and the sun and shit. That game looks fantastic for a game. Steppenwolf looked a little bit better than
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everyone found just he was forgettable.
Yeah, when he wasn't there, I was like, oh yeah. Like, but you know what?
He didn't pose a threat. Like,
nah.
If you like when Darkseid, I really feel like Darkseid's gonna end up like how Apocalypse did.
Shit.
I'm really worried that they're gonna do.
If they're gonna CGI anyone,
normal size, and they're not gonna fucking make him as big as.
Because they're gonna be like, oh, we can't CGI Darkseid. You've got to.
You got to do it well.
And you got Thanos.
Darkseid's a villain they can't fuck up.
Nah.
They can't fuck
like
up.
Thanos, I'm excited for. You know, Thanos, I'm so pumped for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like.
But now we know what Thanos looks like. We've gotten a video. We know what Thanos is like in terms of.
One thing I'm worried about is that he will look like a big purple grapefruit, and how serious can you take a big purple man?
Well, if you're squishing people's heads, you're taking pretty.
Oh, if he squishes Vision's head, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well, how is he gonna get the fucking?
Imagine if he goes.
Do something.
That's what he should do, like squish. Because he's only like he should squish his head,
a robot.
And everyone's like, oh my god, and then like Scarlet Witch is just like in tears. Yeah, and then he opens the thing and he's got the infinity and he just goes and puts it in the.
And then done. And then he
goes.
And then everyone's like. Runs in and he fucks up everyone.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I don't know how it's gonna go, to be honest.
That's gonna be good as. I have so much faith in that movie. The Russo brothers are directing it. All the cast is just fantastic.
It's good that they're bringing back everyone. They've built that up really well.
They've built it up, right?
Really well.
What more could you possibly ask for? Correct.
Joss Whedon.
Get him out. I'm so happy he's not directing it.
Yeah, no, that's good that the
I'm
the
not
Russo
look.
brothers
I'm
are
not
on
a
it again.
fan.
Of
I
the
like
Whedons?
I like some of Joss Whedon's work,
You're not a weed fan.
but I'm not a Joss Whedon like Mark.
You're not a Whedonite.
I just do not like. Yeah, he did good with Avengers. Then he had a little whinge about Age of Ultron, which wasn't that bad.
I don't think it was horrible.
Nah, it was pretty. It was rushed.
But
You know,
see, I found
was,
that
to me-
Ultron, he was a pretty intense villain.
yeah.
Like, he
But
was
some
pretty
people were
cool.
saying like they didn't enjoy all the Ultron quips, and I'm like, we just don't have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because that was
That's just.
he's funny, but he's
see,
not.
that's
He's
a
not
perfect
meant.
voice casting for Ultron too.
Who was that again?
James Spade.
Oh yeah, he was good.
James Spader, I think actually.
I liked him.
He's because his voice was very monotone, but it was dead serious.
Yeah.
Like you know that he meant what he was saying.
Yeah, it was good.
Like that was good. But see, Steppenwolf, he says, "Oh, you know, fucking catches the missile," and he's like, "Oh, primitive beings," and
No,
shit
that
like
was all right.
But it's just like they're just quotes, like
Yeah,
script.
they're quotes with no substance.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, see, like Ultron's like
But then
making references, and he's saying you're all like you're worth like this and you that and that. But
Yeah,
Steppenwolf's
the
just like,
Marvel stuff's a bit.
Come
more-
on, mother. and
Yeah,
that
the
was it.
mother shit was terrible.
Like, that was it.
Mother. What is
That's what it's all
with the
about.
DC universe and
mothers.
mothers? Get
Mother's
that
name's Martha.
shit out of there. I can't stand it. Save Martha. What the? Why would you say that name? That was awful. Oh.
Imagine how different it would all be with Bale's Batman.
Imagine. It would never have happened. But imagine if Nolan
Directed Justice League.
was like the man of that shit. If Nolan, it was Nolan's universe. It wasn't
Yeah.
the Snyder, because this is Snyder's
Snyderverse.
sort of stuff,
Yeah.
right? Still keep Patty Jenkins to do her Wonder Woman, but if Nolan was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put the powers in there. Like I'm gonna keep it pretty grounded still. Like the possibilities. We would have the poor Marvel man. They would have had their work cut out for them. But we would have had two very different cinematic universes, and now you know we pretty much have another Marvel universe that hasn't been done so well.
Yeah, true.
We have like a B
Ultimately.
plus Marvel universe
Ultimately, yeah, that's pretty much it.
because like that was very to me Justice League was like a very bad version of Age of Ultron.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like Age of Ultron isn't amazing. It's pretty good. Like I'll give Age of Ultron like a 7.
Yeah, I'd give it
Right.
a- yeah, six
But
and a half,
Justice League is like a much worse version of that because you've got a really weak CGI villain. You've got a very rushed plot that is a bit weird, right? You're trying to build up this one character, Cyborg, right? Which is Hawkeye sort of didn't really get, like they tried with that family, the family
yeah, the
thing.
Family. I
and it
honestly thought that he was going to cop that.
Same.
Because when they bring the families into it, that's usually when someone dies.
Yeah, but like, and I still don't think that worked for Hawkeye.
No, it didn't, because no
Nah.
one cares about Hawkeye.
And they sort of did that with Cyborg's dad. There's so many similarities between those movies. Only one was executed with a bit more care, and one has a cinematic universe that has already been established.
That's exactly right. So what do? You just got to just roll
Yeah,
with the
start
punches.
again.
But they can't start again.
Flashpoint.
Yeah, true. Well, that's true too.
Because
Flashpoint's the only way they can start. Maybe that's why they're trying to rush Flashpoint in.
and because Ezra Miller is like he was probably the most popular, and then Aquaman was.
See, I think
another-
a lot of people liked Aquaman, but a lot of people loved The Flash.
I love the Flash. I
The
told
Flash
you.
was good.
The Flash was going to be the Flash. The Flash.
But see, he's not.
You just
He's
can't.
not at once called the Flash in the whole movie.
That's cool though.
He's not once ever referenced
I'm
to
okay
as
with that
the Flash.
because-
He's just known as Barry.
I want to see Zoom. Which
Imagine fucking how intense that would be.
nah, but he's not in the comic Zoom. Zoom is Doctor Zoom.
Yeah, which is
Earbud Thorn.
Earbud.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash.
So Earbud Thorn will be Zoom slash reverse
Yeah,
Flash.
but like that's what I mean. Like they could still do that, but I wonder if they'll do it how like see how CW's Reverse Flash keeps in with like Grant Gustin's suit in terms of like lots of leather. I wonder if they'll do like with Ezra how his suit's a
he'll
lot
be
more
yellow.
armor, but like he'll be like a more armored version, like in the
Yeah.
Injustice.
Yeah, but that's the way always
Justice
Reverse
too.
Flash and Flash have been.
Yeah.
They can't
They're gonna be
can't
similar, but
change they can't change that. They literally need to get Reverse Flash, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, of course.
And,
What else would you get? Tom Cavanaugh, Jesus. He's
No, I don't
useless.
want to see Tom Cavanaugh as
Nah.
Reverse Flash.
No, that'd be
in a
that'd be fucking
movie,
up too many universes.
That'll be as the Flash. But you know what though? The Flash has like sort of. The Flash can do whatever he likes. Because
I'd be all about.
even in the
Matthew
comics, they're like,
McConaughey
oh, it was the Speed Force.
Yeah,
What were you gonna say?
I'm all about. I reckon Matthew McConaughey would do a good.
I was gonna say
Flash.
Matthew McConaughey or bloke from Dexter. What's his name?
Yeah, Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall would do a great one.
I reckon Jake Gyllenhaal would do a better Reverse Flash than he would do a Batman. I just can't see him as dark and brooding as.
But that's what he. Yeah, yeah. What are you talking about? What's that movie with Tobey Maguire? The Brothers movie or something?
Oh yeah.
He plays, like he gets very emotionally intense and really into the role. And man, Jake Gyllenhaal Batman, I'm keen on that. Jake Gyllenhaal Batman, Matt Reeves directed. My lord, sign me up. That is going to be so. My hopes for that are through the roof. I even think there will be situations where that could be better than The Dark Knight.
Oof,
Yeah,
that's
because
a big,
remember though.
big.
Remember, when The Dark Knight, when Heath Ledger was announced as the Joker, everyone
hated it.
it. And when everyone saw him with the face paint, everyone cracked it. Because this is what I mean when, like, it can be an adaptation. I'm cool with adaptation, right? Like, because I love Aquaman in the movie. I'm not a big Aquaman fan.
No, I'm not a huge Aquaman.
All right,
I'm
the
not
whole
Aquaman.
Seaman thing is a bit weird, but I like. I'll tell you, no. I like New 52 and Flashpoint Aquaman
Yeah,
because
intense.
I'm all about Flashpoint Aquaman. Hectic times. If you know what I'm talking about, he's a ruthless bastard.
Fucking ruthless.
Where was I? What was I going to say? I forgot.
I don't know, something about Jake Gyllenhaal being a shit Batman.
No. Oh yeah, this is why I'm cool with an adaptation because no one liked the idea of face paint on the Joker, and it was so good. Then they bleached the Joker's skin in Suicide Squad, and they had a comic accurate Joker, and it was shit.
Yeah, but it's all about who portrays him too and how you get into the
Yeah,
character.
but Jake Gyllenhaal can do a good job.
I don't know.
You know what I like about this podcast so far? We've talked about the shit parts of Justice League, but we
Correct.
forgot how good all the other comic book movies were. 5 amazing comic book movies.
Yeah. Oh, 4 amazing comic book movies.
Nah, 5.
5. Where are you getting 5 from?
Spider-Man,
Yeah. Logan,
Logan, Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's 4.
Didn't we have 6 comic book movies this year?
Yeah. So no, the Suicide Squad wasn't this year, was it?
What the hell?
What are we missing?
We're missing
And
one.
Thor.
Thor.
Yeah,
What the
Thor, so
fuck?
5, yeah,
Because
5.
Thor's my favourite.
Thor was so good. I
Like
loved
Thor and Logan are my 1 and 2,
I did not like.
followed by Wonder Woman.
I didn't like the first 2 Thors at all. They were
Yeah,
absolutely rubbish.
I didn't watch them because everyone was like, you don't even need to watch them, like they're shit.
They are crap. It follows too much on the but different worlds and this and that. You get lost very easily.
Yeah.
But see, Ragnarok's all just like, we've got to try something different. Because if they went,
Whoa, that's a big bitch.
he's over there now.
That's a big ass fly.
It's a blowy.
It's a what?
It's a blowy.
That's a
blowfly.
blowy. Yes.
blowfly.
A blowy.
A blowy.
Whatever you say.
See, Thor Ragnarok was so different from the other 2, and that's why I think that's where already they've done better.
Yeah.
That's where they would already guarantee themselves to do better than the last 2 because it's different.
And apparently, Chris and Tatia, is that how you say his last name? Tatia Wakiti?
Wakita, I think.
Wakiti. Obviously, he had a lot to do with it. But apparently, Chris was like, look, we fucked up the first 2. Like, we can't keep screwing these up.
Yeah.
Like, he likes the character. He wants... The best parts about Thor before this one were when he was like the fish out of water, like quippy. You know, he was sort of like the first one where he's like having the coffee and he's like, this drink, I like it, and slams it. That's so funny, man. Or then like when Tony Stark and Captain America are arguing and he goes, you people are so petty and tiny. I cracked up. Like, it's so funny, you know? But they missed out on all that when they tried to keep it serious and grounded. You can't keep this guy grounded, man. His Norse mythology, like, it's like full from like another dimension, like another universe.
Yeah.
Like, how can you keep it grounded? You know what I mean? You can't.
So that's what I mean. Like Ragnarok was funny from the get-go. Like when he's in that bloody
That-
cage with the fucking
and
skeleton.
he's
He's talking to the skeleton.
And he's talking like full Deadpool. You know, he broke the fourth wall.
He did, 100%.
Apparently, Wakiti wanted the director wanted Deadpool. Like, if he could do it, he would do it. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping in Phase 4, I reckon. I hope they buy Fox,
Yeah.
Disney, because Disney like runs the universe at the moment.
Yeah, true.
And then we get all I need to see is at Comic-Con or something like a chills thing about it, right? All I need to see is the reveal of Phase 4, right? Like some animation. And then in between, you got Fantastic Phase 4. I'm actually tearing up. I would lose my shit. You wouldn't...
I reckon the hopes for a good Fantastic Four movie would be very low considering what we've
Nah, mate.
gotten.
Not a Marvel Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah,
I would lose my mind. And then I want to see a bit where Chris Evans and, like, Human Torch just sort of, like, look at each other and they
like,
sort of, like...
You look familiar. Like,
And then I want to see another thing where everyone's, like, losing their minds for Fantastic Phase 4 and another logo comes up that says Extraordinary Phase 4 with an X. Because if they buy Fox, they've got X-Men. Oh, my God. I'm actually losing it. Just, like, give up Fox. You're done. It's over. I was going to say, like, that, I'm not excited at all for the Phoenix movie.
No.
They've done it once. It was crap. Don't do it again.
Yeah, they tried.
You can't make that good. You're done. It's too much celestial Marvel stuff. You need all the celestial bullshit. And Marvel's already done it. And, you know, it just... No, I can't see it happening.
Yeah, Nah, I can't see it happening in a hurry. But, I don't know. They're in talks of buying it all at the moment.
They'll do it, man. They'll do it. I'm so on my faith.
Fox know how much Marvel wants it all back. So they can...
Do it for Stan.
Yeah, but Stan's almost dead.
Oh... Don't say that.
He's in his 90s, man.
Man, don't. I want to see... I'm actually going to start crying. I want to see... Like, Stan Lee to me, man. Stan Lee got me through some bullshit when I was younger. You know what I mean? Like, I used to read these books and I was like, this is the shit. You know? So, like, I want to see for him, like, once, just like all his creations on screen. What a big deal, you know? He's like a modern day Hans Christian Andersen to me. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No.
Like Little Mermaid and Peter Pan.
Ah, yeah.
Did he do Peter Pan, Hans Christian Andersen? I don't know. But like all those sort of old stories.
Yeah.
Like all that, like Cinderella. That's not Cinderella. I don't know. But all those real old, he's like a modern day fairy tale guy to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, he deserves it. Get around it.
Well,
Screw the Zack Snyder petition, mate. I want to see a petition. Fuck that shit. I want to see a petition for Stan Lee to see all his characters on one screen. I want to see
well, back in the one studio anyway.
I want to see big, huge, jacked man, Hugh. I want to see him, right, in the yellow goddamn suit. Come on. For Marvel, yes. It wouldn't work in the X-Men Logan universe, but I want to see, like Tony Stark rock up and he's like, look, you need a suit. And he's like, I'm not wearing that shit, Australian. And then he hands him it and he opens it up and it's yellow. And he's like, what the hell is this?
Like, I'm not wearing this.
Yeah,
it's like inside, it's like, I feel like that if Stark was doing it, it'd be how they've done the Homecoming suit with like, he had a different option.
Nah. Oh, I didn't actually like that too much, to be honest.
Well, all the tech in the suit.
Nah, I didn't hate him.
Yeah, it was alright, but...
You know what?
Turned it into more of just like
when
another Iron Man suit.
Yeah, when I walked out of Spider-Man Homecoming, I was like, it was alright. It could have been, it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
It was good, you know. It wasn't amazing. It's probably the second best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Oh, yeah, easy.
Spider-Man goes to me, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire, and then the Andrew Garfield movies don't exist.
No, they're very
and then the third Spider-Man movie doesn't exist. Oh my God, you ready for this? You're gonna lose your shit.
No,
if this happens, I'm gonna do a triple backflip and then land on my pinky. Anyway, you ready?
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my God. No, I didn't really. For Flashpoint, do you know who's rumored to direct it? There's 3 rumored directors, but you know the one that really stood out to me? I don't know why I didn't mention it before. Who do you think I'm talking about? Sam fucking Raimi.
That would be so good.
Oh,
that would actually be so good. Fuck.
And you know who they go to cast as Reverse Flash?
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, boys.
He's got the chin for it.
Could you imagine that shit?
Oh,
like,
wow.
Hello, Barry. I would be like, please
that would actually be,
make that shit happen.
Because Reverse Flash is so good at being comedic with his...
And a bastard.
Yeah,
and Bruce Campbell can be a comedic bastard.
He is.
He plays a comedic bastard
in everything.
Just make it happen. No, God, you got to.
Petition. You got a petition.
You got to. Screw the Zack Snyder petition. Rewrite it. I don't want to see the Zack Snyder Justice League, man. I don't like anything Zack Snyder's ever done.
If they do it, it'll just be
I'll
the
watch
Ultimate
it.
Edition.
I'm going to watch
It'll
it.
be like another Ultimate Edition or extended cut of Justice League. That's all it'll be. Just an extended cut that comes out on DVD.
I reckon, this is gonna be like another Blade Runner where they have all these re-releases and that, and they like, this is the other version and that. It's sort of like Star Wars, how they always kept re-releasing and we added this and then we put like a giant fucking elephant thing for no reason. God, I hate that, man. Like you watch it and like this thing rides across the screen for no reason. I'm like, fucking hell.
Fucking Star Wars, eh?
Star Wars is good. Don't say a word.
Star Wars.
He's good. He's the best.
This next one that's coming out in December.
What about it?
What's it called? The Last Jedi.
Are you serious? What's it called?
I don't know. I'm not a Star Wars.
Why? You got to fucking hell. You know how pumped I am for this movie? It's literally,
jump at me.
we are in November still.
Yeah,
it comes out
like
December
couple
15. Do you know, I am not ready for this.
Yeah, why? Because I haven't seen the rest of them.
Can you watch them all?
No.
You'll like it.
I won't.
All practical effects, quips, very... It's
I think
actually...
it's the story of it I don't like.
Oh,
Like,
what's
the
there not to
concept of
like?
it.
Huh?
The concept of it.
What, the space religion? Because that's what it is.
Ultimately, yeah. No, I don't know. It's just not me. Like, it is great. I'm not going to say it's shit because I don't like it.
It's the best shit of all time.
I'm not going to say
If you made me
because
pick,
it's fucking good.
if you made me pick between Marvel and Star Wars, I would have a very hard time actually. But man, no, I can't pick because you got Infinity War, which is like the equivalent of Star Wars Episode 8 to me. Disney is just kicking ass.
It's going to be fucking good.
They've got Star Wars. You know how much money Star Wars Episode 8 is going to make in the first week?
58 million?
I reckon you could quadruple that shit. I was going to say like 200 million.
No, it'll make
It's going to make so much money, man. Warner Brothers.
The trailer looks good.
That trailer. Oh my
trailer's
god,
good.
I got chills and shit. Thinking about it.
Like, it's positive. It's got positive.
That
reinforcement
movie,
on it.
I'm telling you right now, that's going to be something else.
Everyone's got a lot of hope for
And
it. So.
they have re-signed that director. I forgot his name, unfortunately, because I'm not actually into this sort of stuff. Hollywood. I just like talking about comic books and movies. But they got him to do 3 more Star Wars movies. So this must be really good. Like if they're that happy with him, I'm predicting like best Star Wars movie of all time.
Why are they called The Last Jedi if there's going to be more?
Don't ask me that because I haven't seen it. How am I going to know?
Well, you should know.
By the time this comes out, Star Wars will be out for 10 days.
True.
And have made $1 billion.
Probably come pretty fucking
I
close.
was gonna say, yeah.
Probably come pretty fucking close.
Disney must just be like,
Yeah, bloody oath there would be. It's
Mate.
like lobster dinners for everyone.
lobster dinners, mate, lobster breakfast, lobster brunch, lobster lunch, lobster snacks.
Lobster famine
They just
or-
snack on lobster.
The lobster's still alive though.
Huh?
The lobsters are still alive. They just like rip their heads off.
All right, this year, that's what Disney does to other studios. Warner Brothers,
Yeah, true.
Sony, you know. This year, in order, don't forget Thor, because I'm putting Thor way out there. What order? You got to pick. What order would you put all these comic movies in?
4, fuck. That's just this year.
There's 6 of them, remember?
Well,
Nah, look at the mic.
definitely-
Talking to the mic. I'm scared. You can't face that way.
I'm thinking. It'd be Thor. I'm gonna put Thor in front of Logan.
Yeah, I was going to do that.
I'm gonna put Thor in front of Logan. So it goes Thor, Logan, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Probably. What are the other 3? Then we got-
Guardians, Spider-Man,
That's right.
Justice League.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure I know where Justice League is going to be.
Yeah, I'd probably put Guardians, Spider-Man, and then Justice League.
You know what? I reckon that's mine. I
It'd be
couldn't.
pretty close. It'd be
Oh,
something
okay.
like
So
that.
Thor, Logan, yeah.
Yeah. Standard.
Wonder Woman because it was so like they're the top 3. Like Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman's carrying that universe.
oh man, she's like the glue that holds them together.
She's literally the only one that's done well
Yeah, yeah.
in her own movie.
You know why? There's a couple of reasons why.
Directed by female.
Maybe the studio didn't touch that movie. Patty Jenkins did it.
She's all about it.
She's all. Why hire a director and then go, oh, we want it like this? That's like me going out for dinner, right? I love my food references. There's so many in these podcasts. That's like me going out for dinner, yeah?
Yeah.
Ordering the food, going into the kitchen and going, piss off, I'll cook it to the chef. What?
May as well. Cook your own dinner, you know it's safe.
That's
spit.
the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So that's one reason. The casting is good.
Yeah, casting.
The visuals are great, except for the villain at the end. What's this big CGI shit villain?
More mustaches.
You know what? It's not the DCEU.
Without a mustache.
It's the MCEU. The Mustache Cinematic Extended Universe. I was going to say. So the direct, that wasn't touched. It was untouched. You know, casting's good. The visuals, like it's colourful and bright. It's full of hope and joy and wonder. Like it's in the fucking title. Superman. It's a man who is super, not brooding man.
They should do a Superman Prime.
What's that again?
Like the god Superman.
Oh yeah,
He's
isn't that
been
Superman
he's
1
been
million
living
or
in the
whatever?
sun like 15,000
Yeah,
years.
and he travels
He's
across
apparently like the most
powerful,
the most powerful person in the DC universe.
in like all of comics.
In the whole
He would
DC.
squish Goku's head. Everyone bangs on about
He's
how
been
powerful.
living in the sun
For
15,000
15,000,
years.
yeah. Oh fuck. So
Superman gets his power from the sun.
he's like charging up.
He's basically a solar hero.
Yeah.
Like this guy's been living in it, living in his power source.
Doesn't he
for
travel across the
15,000 years.
universe as well, across multiple universes, and train and fight with different alien species,
Yes.
and then picks up all their? Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, so yeah.
Isn't that Superman 1 million or something?
the Superman?
Which one's Superman 1 million?
No, I think Superman Prime. Superman Prime's the God one because he's like, well, obviously the Prime Superman.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And he thinks about Krypton and makes it.
Yeah,
Is that one?
Yeah,
He
well, he's
thinks
the God. He's
he
the God.
thinks about Krypton. He thinks about Krypton. How's the train? You won't be able to hear it.
Hogwarts
But
Express.
huh?
It's the Hogwarts Express.
Platform 9 3/4. Another overrated cinematic universe.
Yeah, true.
Harry Potter. No. I was gonna get 1-star reviews on this podcast. I like Harry Potter up until the third one, and then the rest can go to hell.
Yes, the third one was the best.
The third one is the best by a mile.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of them after the third one, to be honest.
No, I watched them all.
The second part of the Deathly Hallows. That was it. I didn't even watch the first part.
Apparently it's crap.
It wasn't the best.
1, 2, and 3. 2 is meh. 3 is amazing. 3 had the best game.
Three. How good was the third
That game was unreal. The best game, the best movie, the best book. What's that telling you? All good things come in threes. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, all right. So I got Ragnarok, Logan, Wonder Woman, right? And I'm going to say one thing that might come across as that's a very feminist thing to say, but you know how awesome it was to see a fucking lady kick ass like that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually loved that.
She was fucking kicking ass.
Yeah, it was awesome, man.
That goes to that just proves that gets through the whole thing that all superheroes have to be like a male.
Yeah, it was wicked.
prime
She's like
superhero.
picking up the tank and throwing. I was like, that's so good. And even Marina was like, or actually a lot of the girls that we saw it with were like, this is awesome.
'Cause they
Actually,
love
one of the
seeing
best
chemistry.
parts, even when with Justice League, Marina, my girlfriend Marina was like, it's so cool to see like chicks just kicking ass and they're all like strong and powerful. It's just mad. I love that shit. I was like, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so it was just different. It was cool. And then you got Guardians of the Galaxy. They killed my boy Yondu. I'm pissed off.
That was sad. That was.
I actually teared up.
That was some
Again.
emotional shit.
Oh, I was
Because
so
they really
upset.
lingered on that. It's like it was a really slow death, and you could really feel.
And he was like, oh,
really
I'm tearing up.
emotional.
And
He's
he was like, what did he
He's
say?
like- he's like,
The
"You
puppet
may have
thing?
been- what did he say? He's like, you may have been your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
Yondu is the
And he
man.
like holds his face and shit, and like
Oh.
puts a little shield around him.
Oh,
and
it's
then
so
Yondu dies.
sad. I'm actually going to tear up.
That was actually fucked. That was
Oh, what a movie. And then Stallone was in it.
Yeah.
And he was the original, like, Guardian. That was the original Guardian of the Galaxy.
actually.
And then Spider-Man Homecoming, which was very good. I liked it. I didn't love it. I'm all about, oh, you know what? I don't think that
I
movie...
like the suit. I like.
I love the suit. I reckon it's better than the Andrew Garfield piss poor excuse from the first. Oh, yeah. The second suit is good. In the second movie, it's mad.
In Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. Amazing Spider-Man
Big
2.
eyes, vibrant
Yeah,
colours.
get around it. But that first one,
It's like it looks like
What?
he's wearing like a red leotard because the red comes all the way down.
Nah.
Then he's got
Get it
blue
out.
legs, blue under here,
Look a red mankini.
and then he's got like yellow eyes.
Get it out.
It's like Spider-Man with liver disease.
That was shit. What was I gonna say? I got Spider-Man. I really like Spider-Man. And then but you know what I was gonna say? That movie would not have been as good without our boy Batman in it.
True.
Where he was so menacing. Michael Keaton was so good in that. Oh my god!
I love how when he's got Peter in the car and they're going to the prom, and he's all happy and cheery, nice to meet you.
And he turns around
and then he finds out he's Spider-Man. He's like, what? You've been fucking with all my shit.
He was so good, and I love
but Spider-Man can feel that.
I was scared. I was so anxious when he walks into the house and he's cutting the knife.
Yeah,
I want to see? I want to see him get Willem Dafoe back, and I want to see Willem Dafoe and the Vulture, Michael Keaton's Vulture, man, together.
True.
That would be so
Willem Dafoe
good.
do in this universe now, though?
Be a badass. Get around him.
Yeah, but
who are they going to cast as Norman Osborn? Can they even cast Norman Osborn? Are we going to get a Green Goblin movie? I would from Sony, because Sony loves that shit.
Yeah.
Sony's doing Sable and Black Cat and Venom. I'm so upset that we don't get Venom. I hate that shit. Do you reckon there's some under the table deal to get Venom into the MCU?
Well, they got to kind of incorporate him since that interview with Kevin Feige. And
No. I reckon what's her face? Who we don't know. What's her name again? Who cares? But I actually don't know. I don't think she knows what she's talking about.
I don't think she does. That's what I mean. That's why Kevin. You see that interview? Kevin
He's like, what are you on about, man?
Can you just shut up? He's like, imagine if she says everything and then he goes just looks at her and it's like, oh Kevin, what do you think? And then he just goes, I'm waiting for her to. Just
I don't think she's ever read a comic book in her life. I just think she sees the money-making machine that Marvel
Venom.
is, and Venom. Is Venom going to make that much money?
I reckon Venom will make a lot of money.
It depends on the reviews, man. I'm telling you right now, Rotten Tomatoes has become so powerful.
Rotten Tomatoes is all about it.
Yeah, because if Warner Brothers, if Rotten Tomatoes came back with a fresh 90% for Justice League, it would have made so much more money.
It would have.
I'm telling you right now.
And it would have been
It never used to matter.
No,
but then everyone got wise to this Rotten Tomatoes.
And Rotten Tomatoes used to just be like, oh yeah, just a little. This is what we reckon. This is our 2 cents. But now they're all about it. They are the sole.
No, Metacritic.
Yeah, but
Metacritic's better.
Not Justice League. Like Rotten Tomatoes, you see a lot of their stuff more on anything. Like on movies, it says certified fresh here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You see a lot
On
of their
movie
stuff.
posters, man, they put it. They like.
That's what I mean. Like you don't see that from other things.
No.
From other critics.
Metacritic,
They might put the 5 out of 10 or some shit like that on the bottom, but that's about it.
What do you mean 5 out of 10?
Like that's what Metacritic. They do it like a number system, not.
Nah, Metacritic's better.
Metacritic's good in the how they.
Metacritic
do it,
grades. Yeah, Metacritic's more complicated.
Yeah.
But they grade the scores, I think, and they average the score. Whereas
I think they go by a decimal score.
Something like that.
It's like 5.7.
Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes is just a yes or no. See it or don't.
Certified fresh.
No. But
and then
when you submit a review, apparently you just click, should people go see this movie?
Yeah, that's the audience. Yeah.
No, and for the review, and for the actual critics.
Well,
the real critics can do that. That's what they do, apparently.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, when they submit it, yes or no, and they vote yes or no, and that's it.
Okay.
Which is, I like, yeah, it's probably a better way to do it. Like, should you go see this movie? I actually don't like review scores because every movie has flaws and you never have a perfect movie. So
and everyone's opinion's different.
Everyone's different. But if it's just like, should you go see this movie, then that's probably a better way to do it, I actually reckon.
Yeah, but that comes down to should you personally see this film?
Yeah, but if the majority comes back with no, but then again, I still enjoyed Justice League and I would go see it again.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Sorry.
I'll buy it on DVD.
I'll buy it on DVD. I'll watch it on Netflix when it's on Netflix because it will be on Netflix.
Yeah, eventually.
Because they got Batman vs Superman on there and stuff. And then, so I got Spider-Man. Spider-Man will probably be second last. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but we just had so many great movies. And then Justice League's obviously last because
I love the Peter Parker.
He's the best. Except for when his voice breaks and he turns into a pom again. That's when he turns into an English guy.
But that's just what he sounds like. That's just the way he is. Have you watched the behind the scenes and shit of when they're doing it? He's got the whole British accent. He's like.
Yeah, but in the first scene, his voice totally breaks. Sucks.
But He was.
I think.
you can buy him as a child.
Man,
Even
he's
though
great.
He's 23 or something like that.
Nothing worse
You can believe him.
than when they get like 30-year-olds to play high school kids.
like Tobey Maguire.
That was. I love those movies.
He was
but-
like well into his 20 early. I think he was like 26 when he did the first Spider.
Oh, but
Some shit like that.
like I love those movies, but weird.
50-50. Yeah, meh.
Meh. Do you want to close with something?
All Stanley's cameos are connected.
They actually are. Well,
I
now we
thought- I
know.
read that. I read
Now
that
we know he's the
other day.
Watcher.
Well, he's the Watcher's informant.
Yeah, so he's the Watcher's informant.
So he's
yeah.
the one that's everywhere watching everything. And then he goes back and tells them,
tells them.
this is what happened when I was this character.
That's great.
And they go, thank you, Stan.
When he was Hugh Hefner.
Go to this one. Yeah, true. And he's been Hugh Hefner, he's been like Larry King, he's been fucking
I love him.
FedEx guy.
Oh yeah, the FedEx guy.
Even the cameo, like they're not big.
Oh, when he was
But
Tony.
they're enough.
Tony. This is for Tony Stank.
Yeah.
I lost it.
was
Stan must
great.
love that. I'm so happy they did that for him.
I think that his least happy one that he did was Deadpool.
He didn't like that apparently.
Yeah, because he wasn't there. It wasn't a physical.
It was CGI.
cameo. It was all CGI. They put him in a big green box.
and they put him. You know, I don't reckon he would ever agreed to be in a strip club.
No,
No,
probably not.
I think his wife was sick and stuff, and I don't think he would have done it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that she's passed, but it's good to see that he's still at it. He hasn't let it affect him.
I love Stan, man. You know,
Stan's the man.
Stan is the man.
He
I
is
reckon.
the man. I reckon, no joke, there'll be a holiday for him when he dies.
I'm gonna be so sad.
100%.
I don't wanna
there'll
even
be
talk
a
about
fucking
it. I don't
There'll
wanna
be
even
a
talk
public
about
holiday Stan Day.
Oh, I fucking love Stanley.
Stanley Day.
That's great. Every day, Stanley Day.
True.
All right, this
That's
is
so good.
this has been the Mamina Cast with Jack talking smack. Ta-ta for now. See you in the next one.
Thanks for having me.